Wait. Yeah, good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so Alexander, obviously a great performance, hard-fought win, but you were dominating pretty much every round. You hit him with so many hard shots that I think most people would have gotten knocked out for it, but not this guy. He kept on coming. What goes through your mind when you're fighting a fight like that, where he just keeps going forward like a zombie?
He's now for a reason undefeated. He's 3-0 in the UFC. He's number 15 heavyweight, so he is where he is, you know. And he took some big shots. Respect to him. He was screaming like a baby down, so I want to make sure I win this fight in a very dominant position, decision, like I did it in my first UFC fight. I dominate the whole 3 rounds, so the goal is to dominate every fight, you know. If the possibility is here to finish him, I'm gonna finish him. If not, completely domination.
And he was warned, it seems, for talking to you when he was on the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what he said and how
Yeah, he told me in the 3rd round, like, let's get up, bitch, let's get up, bitch, you know. But I don't give a shit about this, you know. This is a sport, and I want to make sure I get the W, and man, I kick his ass. So he cannot say nothing against me. Nothing.
I mean, like he said, it was a very dominant performance, but is there anything that you can look back at and think that you can learn from, or that you wish maybe you could have done a bit differently?
Yes, of course. Like I said, after my first UFC fight, I was saying, like, I want to go in the next fight better prepared, like the last time, and I want to grow. I'm 26 years old. I have a lot of potential to grow. I grow every fight. You can expect for the next fight to see an even better Alexander Rakic than tonight. So yeah, I'm growing every day, step by step, and it pays off. You know, we saw all, and I feel it. I dominate him, man. 30-24 or 30-25, man. Yeah. This was completely domination. He caught me in the whole 3 rounds, maybe with 3 jabs, and that's it. But yeah.
What did you mean when you say he was screaming like a baby?
Yeah, he was screaming like a baby. He was like, he felt uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm sorry. So he was not in his comfort zone, you know. I drag him in deep water and hold him there. So this was a normal reaction, you know. Everybody will scream, because if somebody is not the position you don't like, you scream. This is not. This is something, you know, the nature gives you like this, you know. So yeah.
Do you think you both deserve fight of the night? You know, from good fighting and him for his toughness?
Fight of the night, I think not, but performance of the night. He didn't show nothing. He just showed toughness, but that's not. This is not a reason to get a bonus, you know. You have to show something, and I hope I get it, you know. This is the choice of the UFC. I gave I gave everything, so it's the choice of the UFC. I hope I get it. If not, I'm good, and I'm gonna dominate in the next fight even more. So maybe I get it in the next fight. Let's see. I hope I get it now, but let's see.
You said that you'd like to fight, in some fights in the top 15.
Yeah.
Have you got anyone in mind that you'd like to take on next?
Special name? No. I was training really hard for this fight. I started my camp in Vienna, in Austria, where I live. I started there with my coaches. I want to say thank you to my coaches, strength and conditioning coach Richard Staudner, grappling MMA coach Roberto Pasuch, and my boxing coach Yuri. I started my camp in Vienna, Austria. Then I switched to Fort Lauderdale in Florida. I was preparing there in the American top team, the best team on the world. So I was 5 weeks there and came 2 weeks before the fight to Vienna again to acclimatize and to finish my camp with my coaches and to do the strategy. And yeah, but I mean, I belong in the top 15. You know, I think I deserve it. I put now the second fight. I complete in the first fight. I dominate Francima Barroso, a veteran. You know, in the second fight I dominate undefeated guy, number 15 ranked heavyweight. So who else than me? Who else?
Is there anybody, I mean, a fighter in American top team who you look up to?
Yeah, I like Junior. He's my friend and he's like my idol. You know, when I was younger and was like starting with MMA, he was a champion. So I was really excited to train with him. And of course, there's a lot of champions. Amanda Nunes, ex-champ Joanna, a lot of UFC fighters. Very good guys, but especially Junior Dos Santos. I like this guy. He's very funny, and I make a really good relationship with him. And yeah.
Have you seen his fight with Bogo Ivanov?
Didn't yet. I just saw the highlights. But man, this guy is a beast. So yeah, what else to say?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your coach said he wanted you to fight like Cain Velasquez.
Yes.
Right? Is that something in your preparation? You also try to train like that? The pace and everything?
Yep. So when we get the name of my opponent and my coach saw my opponent and watched his fights, the first thing he told me, you have to fight like Cain Velasquez. I say, what do you mean Cain Velasquez? He said, you remember the fight Cain Velasquez and against Bigfoot Silva, the bloody fight? I say yes. He said, exactly like this. You have to maul him, you have to grind, you have to punch him, you have to take his soul. So yeah, in the fight camp and in the preparation, we put a little bit, not completely out the submission game, the jiu-jitsu, but the goal was to grind, to punch, like Cain Velasquez. You know, this guy is a monster, and yeah, this was my plan, and I'm happy about it.
Okay.
Anything else?